Namaste, it's Raz the Gaming Guru here, and this is the full story of Sun Wukong. Long before kingdoms rose and fell, before gods and demons clashed across the heavens, a single stone rested upon the mountain of flowers and fruit. For ages the stone absorbed the energy of heaven and earth, wind, rain, sunlight, the power of the cosmos itself. And then, one day, the stone cracked open. From it emerged a monkey unlike any other, not born from flesh, not created by gods, but formed by nature itself. The moment he opened his eyes, light shone across the heavens. The gods immediately sensed that something unnatural had entered the world. That monkey would become known as Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Wukong quickly became leader of the monkeys on the mountain. He was fearless, wild, intelligent, and impossible to control. But despite his strength, there was one thing he feared more than anything else: death. The realization that all living things would eventually die terrified him. So Wukong abandoned his kingdom and journeyed across the world searching for immortality. Eventually he found a legendary Taoist master. There he learned supernatural abilities beyond imagination. He mastered combat, cloud traveling, transformation magic, and the famous 72 earthly transformations. He could become animals, objects, even other people. But that was only the beginning. Wukong also learned how to leap thousands of miles in a single bound using the somersault cloud. In just seconds he could cross entire kingdoms, and with every new power, his arrogance grew. As Wukong's confidence increased, he sought a weapon worthy of his strength. This search led him beneath the oceans, to the palace of the Dragon King. There he discovered a massive black iron pillar, a weapon so heavy that no ordinary being could lift it. The staff was originally used to measure the depths of the seas, but Wukong effortlessly lifted it with one hand. The weapon became known as Ryu Jingu Bang, the Golden Staff. Its true power was terrifying. It could grow infinitely large, or shrink small enough to hide behind his ear. Combined with Wukong's immortality and magic, he became nearly unstoppable, and soon, even heaven itself began to fear him. The Jade Emperor, ruler of heaven, attempted to control Wukong peacefully, rather than fight him. The heavens offered him a minor position amongst the gods, but it was a trick. The title they gave him was meaningless. Wukong immediately realized he was being mocked. Enraged, he declared war against heaven itself. He called himself the great sage equal to heaven. And then chaos began. Armies of heavenly soldiers attacked him. None could stop him. Gods fell before him. Entire celestial forces were humiliated. Even the strongest warriors of heaven struggled to contain the Monkey King. But Wukong's greatest crime was yet to come. He invaded the heavenly palace, stole the peaches of immortality, drank celestial wine, and even blotted his name out of the Book of Death. Each act made him even more impossible to kill. The heavens had created their own nightmare. Finally, Buddha himself intervened. Unlike the gods, Buddha understood something important. Wukong could not be defeated through force alone. So Buddha challenged him. If Wukong could leap beyond the boundaries of the universe, he would win. Confident in his speed, Wukong soared across the cosmos. He traveled unimaginable distances until he reached what appeared to be 5 giant pillars. Believing he had reached the edge of existence, he marked the pillars and returned triumphantly. But when he arrived, Buddha revealed the truth. The pillars were merely Buddha's fingers. Wukong had never escaped his palm. For the first time in his life, the Monkey King had been completely outmatched. Buddha trapped him beneath a mountain. There Wukong remained imprisoned for 500 years, alone, broken, forgotten by the heavens he once challenged. Centuries later, a monk named Tang Sangzang began a sacred pilgrimage to retrieve Buddhist scriptures from the West. But the journey was filled with demons and death, so Buddha ordered Wukong's release, on one condition: he would protect the monk. At first Wukong obeyed reluctantly. He hated restraint, he hated discipline, and he especially hated the magical crown placed upon his head. Whenever he disobeyed, the monk could recite a spell causing unbearable pain. For the first time, Wukong was forced to control himself. But over time, something changed. The violent rebel slowly became a protector. He defended his companions from monsters, spirits, and demons across the journey. And although he had remained arrogant and fierce, he began to understand responsibility, compassion, discipline, purpose. The journey that began as punishment became redemption. Sun Wukong is more than just a warrior, more than a trickster, more than a god. His story represents rebellion against fate itself. At the beginning, Wukong desired only power and immortality. He believed strength alone made him free. But true freedom could not be achieved through violence or ego, only through wisdom. That is why his journey matters. The Monkey King began as chaos incarnate, but ended as an enlightened being. And even centuries later, his legend continues to inspire stories across the world. From mythology to films to modern games like Black Myth Wukong, the Monkey King never truly disappeared, because legends never die. From a stone-born monkey to the warrior who challenged heaven itself, Sun Wukong became one of the greatest mythological heroes ever created, and his story is still being retold today. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more cinematic gaming stories, boss fights, and more videos.